Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jessica, also known as Chicprofessor on Instagram, and I make videos on luxury goods, the pre-loved market, sustainable fashion, and workwear. Today's video is a review all about these. So these are the Gucci Brixton Loafers, and I realized I have never made a review on them. I actually have quite a few opinions on these, and I know that they are really expensive. I also know that there are a ton of reviews out there, so I really didn't think that you all would care about my review, but I have been asked for one a few times, and every time I do wear them or show them on Instagram, I get some questions about them. So I thought I would give you my pros and cons, plus tips on sizing, comfort, all of that jazz. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is actually just the loafer style. This is not a style that I wear a ton. I did just buy my loafer Rothy's, which are a really casual shoe, but as a more formal shoe, I don't tend to wear them that often, which is a little silly if you think about it, because like the loafer is the academic shoe. So as an academic, I feel like I should wear it, but I just tend to go for heels because they make me feel more confident. They go with my style a little bit more. So they felt like a good investment for when I wanted to wear flats, but I don't actually wear them that often to work. I actually find that I don't wear them that often in general. I think that they are really great shoes to have, but if I didn't have them in my wardrobe, I wouldn't feel like there was a huge gap. So as you can see, this shoe has this beautiful gold bit, very, very classic Gucci. It also has the collapsible heel. I personally don't wear them like that because I think you'll ruin the shoe pretty fast, and these shoes get worn already very, very quickly. If you know me, you know that I am pretty against dupes, or just totally against dupes, so I was only ever going to buy the real thing, though I would have considered a vintage version because Gucci has been making these shoes, this style loafer, for a really long time. It just wasn't in this super soft Napa calf with this collapsible heel. The Jordan loafers though, the harder leather loafers, that is much more similar to the vintage shoe. So the pros of this one in particular, I would say, is that super soft leather. These are very comfortable. You don't have to worry about your heels getting kind of messed up. They are really soft and easy to wear. You can walk around in them for a long time. I appreciate that they have this little heel. To me, that makes something much more comfortable. And another pro is that they are this classic look, so they're really never gonna go out of style. They're a smart buy, I think, in terms of that, and they just will look polished and professional with whatever you choose to wear. To me, personally, that is where the pros end, and I wanna talk to you about my cons so that you can be a smart shopper if you're considering buying these. So one of my biggest cons for this shoe is that my foot gets really sweaty in it. There's something about this super soft loafer that it just doesn't breathe as well as other shoes seem to be. I don't know that that's not true with other kind of closed-toed leather flats. Again, I don't wear flats that often, and the ones that I do wear tend to have like a breathable fabric as opposed to leather. So perhaps it's just a typical leather shoe, but I find that I have to wear these with little mini socks, or else my feet just get really sweaty and they're just not comfortable anymore. And so I would just wear them with kind of no-show socks, and they're okay with that. But it's sort of annoying that I have to do that. I wish that I didn't. I wish that they were just an easy slip-on. Perhaps if I had the mule version, or if I wore them with my foot down, it would get a little more ventilation in there. But that is just something to definitely keep in mind. The second biggest con for me is the wear. These wear very easily because they are the soft leather. They cut very easily, they crease very easily. They don't last super long. You can take really good care of them. I've had them polished at the cobbler a few times. All of that has definitely made a difference, but it still just naturally is going to look worn a little more quickly than other shoes. When I am not using them, I keep them stuffed like this. So I have these kind of little feet stuffers that I just slide in there, and even though it's still going to wrinkle, I think that that helps it from collapsing on itself a little bit, just because that leather is so soft. My third con, which is a really, really easy fix, is that I found the bottom of the shoe quite slippery. And these are really dirty, excuse me for that, but I have added a rubber sole. To me, that has made the shoe much more comfortable. It makes it last a lot longer, and it makes it grip the floor a little bit better. And I'm also not as worried to wear it if like the sidewalk is a little damp because it previously rained or something. So to me, no brainer, definitely get some rubber soles on them, and I think that will make a really big difference. And that's it for my cons. So it's not a huge list, but it is definitely something to keep in mind if you're buying these shoes. In terms of sizing, I found that these were true to size. I had bought them in white in a 36. I typically wear a 5.5, though sometimes I can wear a 6 in flats. And I found that the 36 was too big. I had too much of a gap around my foot. It didn't look nice. These are the 35.5, so true to size, very, very comfortable. I could have potentially done a 35, but I think you would have seen my foot a little bit more in the sides, and so I wouldn't have liked that. So I did find them true to size. I also find that because of this soft leather, they mold to your feet nicely, which this is gonna sound silly, but one of the reasons I very rarely wear loafers is because I have high arches, and I find that my arches collapse when I wear them, and sometimes it kind of makes like farting noises when I'm wearing them. So I would get super self-conscious about it at work. These don't do that because they do form to your feet so nicely, and I don't really have as much of an issue with my arches collapsing, and I think part of the reason is because I'm wearing socks, which help just kind of, they're tight on my feet, so I think that helps to stop my arch from collapsing, and if it does collapse, it has a buffer between that and the bottom of the shoe, so that makes a big difference in terms of the noises. So that's my little mini review on these. Please let me know if you have them. Do you love them? Do you find that they look worn pretty easily? What are your pros and cons? And if you're considering buying these, I hope that this helped, but also please do let me know if you have any further questions. That's it for this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.